It is time for another edition of Overreaction Monday. Rich Eisen along with Chris Brockman in the Rich Eisen Podcast in the Rich Eisen Studios in Los Angeles, California. Good to see you, Christopher. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm excellent.
And it's good to see everybody out there, whether you're watching us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube channel or you are taking us in wherever you get your podcast for your ear gate, or for the first time, wait for it, we say hello to the ESPN2 audience that's taking in this program. You know what? You look the same in linear cable as you do on our YouTube channel.
Thank you, Rich.
You know,
you look exactly the same as you did 30 years ago on the Deuce.
I'm just glad ESPN2 doesn't add 10 pounds. All right, week 5 in the books with the exception of the Monday Nighter on the ESPN family of networks between the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Hit it, please. Hit it.
That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Mondays. Monday.
All right, Christopher, give me stuff to overreact
Rich,
to.
here's the deal.
It's the proper reaction.
You know I have to start on Sunday night in Buffalo. Baby, what a game. What a win. We're back. And everyone in America.
We are back.
Everyone in America.
The we is the New England Patriots? Okay.
Sunday night was the biggest Patriots win of the post-Tom Brady era.
Oh, that's not an overreaction at all. Of course it is. What else could there be? Whatever got them to the playoffs with Mac Jones?
Yeah, the win game in Buffalo where Mac Jones threw it like 3 times.
Okay.
There have been other victories.
This is
along the way. Cam Newton probably did something at some point.
This is it. I'm with you. This was monstrous big. This was
you're
big.
down.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm in terms of you being back. I mean, that's an overreaction. But like what? Super Bowl contending. You're definitely making the playoffs. I mean, you take a look at that team, and they're terrific in every phase. So they've got the coaching, and they have a clear winner at quarterback. I mean, that is for sure. For Drake May to be performing the way that he did in the fourth quarter, moving to his right and being an absolute beast when he's rolling out of the pocket to his right, to the point where Chris Collinsworth is rightfully saying, listen, if the Bills let him move to his right, it's lethal. Yeah. He was spectacular extending plays. That final drive where it looked like he was about to be sacked on first down, and he not only avoids the sack, but gets the ball out for a plus yardage drive starter to Stephon Diggs, who had his first big game as a New England Patriot. Yep. You have every reason as a Patriot fan to be excited and say that there's a huge, bright future. And there's just a different feeling to it, I think, than with Mac Jones.
That's for sure.
And so
Mac didn't have the ability to make any plays or extend plays with his legs, the way Drake May can.
Listen, you've got a bunch of young players, and I know you, for those who might be, again, new to us, watching us on ESPN2, you're a diehard Patriot fan, and I know you were very upset about the last win over the Buffalo Bills because Joe Milton won it.
Yeah, arguably the worst win.
And cost you a higher draft choice.
That was the worst win of the post-Brady era.
Well, hold on a second. I know Travis Hunter is particularly special, and we're big fans of his unicorn ability. But that kid who's blocking, Will Campbell, who is blocking at left tackle right now.
Oh, by all the metrics, he's one of the best left tackles in all of football, not just as a rookie.
Is part of the reason why Drake May is potentially looking as well as as good as he looks, and they're playing as well as they are. And you, again, have every reason to sit here and think you have a team that can make the playoffs this year. Oh, but you have,
win the division?
Dude. They do have a shot now. I mean, that they have won in Buffalo is absolutely the toughest place for them to go ahead and try and win, this season. And they also have a win in Miami. So you've got 2 road division wins, and, New England hasn't even played the Jets yet, who are
the schedule
last
shapes
winless
up
team in the league.
Really nicely for the Patriots.
At New Orleans, at Tennessee, 2 teams that just won their first games, home against Cleveland. You can make some hay, but young teams sometimes stumble. Sometimes, if you will, fumble when they shouldn't against Pittsburgh. Otherwise, you've got 4 straight wins and you're 4-1.
And how bad does that loss to the Raiders look right now?
So, again, that might just have been the difficulties of getting on your feet, and what we've seen over the last 2 weeks and 3 of the last 4 games is the way the Patriots are going to play from here on out. But so if you came out here and say the Patriots are going to win the AFC East, overreaction. If you're saying that the Patriots have a chance to win the conference, I would call it an overreaction. Is it possible that they do? Yes. But this is a young team that, again, might not fire on all cylinders on a certain day. The bottom line is, after last year, you've got the right coach. You've got the right guy in the ear of Drake May, calling the plays and being in the quarterback room, or being with the offensive team meetings and Josh McDaniels. You've got a defense that is definitely better than last year. You've got terrific footing right now and a great start and a huge win, without a doubt, the biggest Patriots win of the post-Tom Brady era. You've started off 1-for-1. I agree that is a proper reaction to start this off.
Love it. Let's go to the other monster game from Sunday. Broncos-Eagles. Mm-hmm. What a comeback by Bo Nix.
18-0 in the fourth quarter.
That was awesome.
Pitched a shutout.
But let's go to the other side. Philadelphia, the Eagles, no longer the team to beat in the NFC.
No, I think they're still the team to beat in the NFC. I'll call this an overreaction. Even though
Something is off.
Well, I mean, we've said that all last year, and they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you could see them building, kind of once November and December hit, you could see them building that this was eventually kind of a freight train that couldn't be stopped. There's, whether it's the passing game one week, and we saw, Devontae Smith kind of went off, A.J. Brown a lot more involved.
Yes.
What is up with the run game? Saquon Barkley and that offensive line do not look the way that they have, the way they've dominated in recent years.
Yeah, that is the one thing that is off, and I'm kind of surprised at just 6 carries for Saquon, just 6, and that's
again, a game they're leading most of the time, and you'd think he'd be way more involved in burning clock and getting this thing closer to zeros.
It's kind of crazy that we're sitting here wondering if the Lions were going to miss their coordinators because the last team that was a Super Bowl contender that lost both coordinators did not perform well the next year, and that was the Eagles. That here we are again wondering if they have the proper play caller for Jalen Hurts right now. And Barkley with just 6 carries. It's kind of funny that last week it's just A.J. Brown is posting proverbs and things like that.
Yeah.
So we got to get him the ball. They do get him and Devontae Smith the ball. 10 targets, 18 targets combined for both of the receivers, 13 catches for 147 yards. So check that box, but then they lose. Then they lose in the fourth quarter when one of the things they could have done to try and keep Denver's momentum from being stunted was staying on the field and also running the football. Certainly with the passing game was working, Jalen Hurts got sacked 6 times. And the thing that's crazy is Hurts had only ran the ball twice. And that was the fewest rushing yards in his career as a starter. Only 11 total carries in week 5. That's the fewest in a game in Hurts' career. So that photograph on the screen of arms extended, I think this is not Nick Sirianni wondering where the run game is. This was him basically saying, where's the flag at the end of the game? That was a horrible non-call on what was a clear pass interference on the Denver Broncos towards the end of the game, right in front of the goal line. Yeah. And the Eagles had a ball in the air. I mean, there was a ball in the air for a split second. It looked like they could come down with that and win. So despite all of the problems that they clearly are, going through, they're 4-1, and this moment could have come down where it looked like, A.J. Brown is wearing Devontae Smith.
Almost playing defense on him.
And so, Smith was going for a ball that might have been caught by A.J. Brown. And the Eagles, I think, still are the team to beat. First of all, that they're the team that's defending. And they also have their next 3 games before bye, the Giants twice, and then we're at Minnesota, and we'll see how J.J. McCarthy looks when he comes back from this bye week. That's going to be McCarthy's first start, we think, since he went down with that ankle injury. That Carson Wentz has won 2 of 3 games now, including 1 in London on Sunday. So I'll push back on this. Say the Lions are the Lions are terrific. The Lions I chose to win the NFC.
That looks great right now.
And I kind of feel really good about that. Yeah. They're playing the best football consistently, week in and week out, eviscerating opponents, doing what Dan Campbell always said was going to be your fate when taking on the Lions. Right. So, but I can't sit here and say, the Eagles are beatable. They're no longer the team to beat. They are the team to beat to get through them to win it all. And what a big win for Denver. Just on the flip side of it, especially in the AFC West, you already saw Kansas City lost to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is yet to play the Chargers and the Raiders. And so Denver, again, winning this game that potentially you'd think everyone else in the division is going to lose against Philadelphia, certainly with the Chargers looking beatable over the last 2 weeks, having been beaten. This is a huge win for them. And it's entirely possible that they are, have a piece of first place at the end of they definitely will have a piece of first place. The question is how many teams are going to have a piece of first place with in the AFC West. So this was a big win for Denver, who I'm going to be seeing in London this very weekend, calling that game on NFL Network against the only winless team in the league in the Jets. What a huge W for the Broncos before heading out to London. What else you got over there, Chris?
Rich, it's one of those things, you head into the season, you're like, man, what is that going to look like? The QB competition, and then they come out of the gate hot. And you're like, hey, is it for real? Is it real? I got to see more. I've seen enough. It's time to take the Colts seriously as Super Bowl contenders.
I can't deny this right now. How can I deny this? How can I sit here and say, nah, they're not? I mean, they are destroying people.
Destroying teams. Jonathan Taylor looks like Offensive Player of the Year, best running back in the league.
Only one player has 3 rushing touchdowns this year, and it's Jonathan Taylor, who's done it twice now. The Colts have 163 points through their first 5 games of the year. The only other Indianapolis team that scored more in their first 5 games in the Super Bowl era was the 2007 Peyton Manning Colts, just 1 point better. Just 1 point better.
Wow.
The Colts have won 3 games this year by 20 or more points. And they had, you know how many wins they had of 20 more points in the 3 previous years combined? 0. Full Blutarski, 0.0. They didn't have a single win of 10 or more points all of last year. And they have 3 wins by 20 or more points this year. That's the most in the NFL. 34-point win against the Raiders is their biggest win since week 4 of 2013.
Dang.
Tyler Warren, first
Beast.
tight end in the Super Bowl ever to have 300 or more receiving yards and 2 or more touchdowns in their first 5 career games. Daniel Jones is at 100 passer rating or better in for the first 5. And in his previous 2 seasons combined with the Giants, he had 5 such games. Shane Steichen is getting it working. The Colts defense and the special teams are turning people over and scoring touchdowns. So they're 4-1, which is now tied for the best record in the conference with the Bills. The Bills are the only other 4-1 team. The Steelers were on a bye. They're 3-1.
Yep.
Why can't we say that they're in the line? They're clearly in the race for the 1 seed right now. And the Indianapolis Colts next have the Arizona Cardinals, which means the Colts will win on a field goal with no time left.
On the flukiest play possible.
The Cardinals have lost 3 games in a row in such fashion, and it's the battle of the 2 teams that have lost a fumble by somebody just flipping the ball on the 1-inch yard line.
Can we stop doing that as a collective NFL?
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That and fumbling at the 1-yard line. Can we all stop doing that?
Well, I mean, fumbling in the 1-yard line we've seen with the Jets against the Dolphins, or we've saw
Ramondre Stevenson did it.
Ramondre Stevenson just did it, and we saw Kyron Williams on Thursday Night Football. Those were just moments where the ball gets punched out.
Yeah,
good
great
defensive play. It's not
Sure.
just like, whoop, let me just flip the ball.
Hey, this is cool. Watch
just
the
before I
score.
cross the goal line because I have no earthly idea what I'm doing. So the Colts could be 5-1.
Yeah.
And then they're out here against the Chargers, which will be a fascinating game in week number 7.
Huge game.
So this is not an overreaction either. Wow. Normally, if you're just tuning in on ESPN2 for the first time, normally it doesn't go this way. Why are you so reasonable?
Well, I'm about to be unreasonable.
Okay, very good. What else you got?
I know what you're going to say immediately to this, but I want to put it out there because I think it's going to be kind of a talking point this week on the shows.
Okay.
The Ravens have peaked under John Harbaugh.
Nah, come on now. That's an overreaction. Get out of here with this nonsense. That was tough to watch. That was really tough to watch. And part of the reason why it's tough to watch is it was their C team. The Ravens are just absolutely destroyed by the injury bug right now. And their bye week can't come fast enough. That's week 7. They have the Rams coming in this week after the Rams just lost and have an extra couple of days off. They're staring right down the gullet at 1-5. They've only started 1-4 once in team history in 2015. The 44 points they allowed is the most that John Harbaugh coached team has given up at home. So I understand that the 177 points again is the most that the Baltimore's given up in franchise history in their first 5 games. I understand. There's a lot of call for Zach Orr's job after what happened last year in the back half of the season. They played lights out. I mean, they're just absolutely banged up, and Lamar goes down, and they're waiting for the Cooper Rush that filled in for Dak in the same way that the Bengals are waiting for the Jake Browning that filled in for Joe Burrow in 2 years ago, 2023, when he won 4 of 7 starts, and he's now 0-3 there. It's just an absolute perfect storm of disaster. And I'll give you one that, this is an overreaction. A, B, and C, and D, exclamation point, full stop. That said, the Texans are definitely now back in the mix. And they are now, I believe, the 2025 candidate for the who have they really beaten conversation.
Oh, I think you're spot on with that.
That's what I think is more of the deal here. And they've got a bye week now. So they'll come back and they'll be at Seattle on Monday Night Football. And that's the one where you're going to start sitting there. That's one of the that's a big time Monday Night Football game. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You don't think the seat is starting to get a little bit warm under John Harbaugh?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, move on that front.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, playoff success just hasn't been there.
Okay.
They can't get over the hump.
All right, so
now
then,
the defense is just giving up an astronomical amount of points.
Pal, just get off of that and be more on the Texans. Yeah, who have they really beaten front? And then they got San Francisco, Denver, and Jacksonville at home 3 in a row. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
But the Ravens, moveon.org. What else you got on?
Oh, well, then you're not going to love this one either.
Okay.
Rich, it was a scene at SoFi. Chargering is back, and the Bolts are going to miss the playoffs.
It's so stupid. What is chargering is a phrase that is used to say the Chargers do things that absolutely shoot themselves in the foot, and no one else does them, and they do it in a way that nobody's ever seen before. Now, we haven't seen that sort of stuff from a Jim Harbaugh Chargers team. That said, okay, all that said, I understand where this is coming from because I do have this written down because I'm a lead pipe wielding professional. The Chargers dominated their first 3 possessions, and then Quentin Johnston lost his first fumble as a pro. Then there was a roughing the punter penalty that nullified a 57-yard Ladidi McConkey touchdown punt return for a touchdown with the LA that would have put the Chargers up by 17. They failed on a 4th and 2 late in the third quarter on the Washington 39-yard line. Then Herbert threw an interception on 3rd and goal. Interestingly enough, intercepted by Mikey Sanderstill, who is a member of Jim Harbaugh's national champion Team 144 University of Michigan squad, by the way. Is that my camera right there for ESPN too? Last undefeated team to ever win a national championship in college football history. Book it. And 7 of the team's 10 penalties were committed after the start of the second quarter. Not good. Not good, Bob.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob.
Not great.
Not great, Bob. Maybe we will just sit here and say that they do miss their tackles after all.
Yeah.
Okay. Rashawn Slater and then Joe Alt being out. Let's just chalk it up to that.
Okay.
And we'll see when Joe Alt can come back.
Okay.
Let's see what's going to happen when Khalil Mack returns, because it looks like he will, despite standing there with his elbow bent the wrong way a few weeks ago. Omarion Hampton, I know, left the game with an injury. Let's hope he does well enough to return quickly. They still have enough. They're not going to miss the playoffs.
Here's what I'm saying. Every year, there's a couple of teams in each conference that miss the playoffs. And right now, it's looking like Ravens, Texans, maybe Chargers are those 3 in the AFC.
Well, going to Miami, which lost again to fall to 1-4, and losing there to go to 3-3 after a terrific 3-0 start, beating everyone in division in the process, would be quite the blow. But still, as a 500 team. Or they're 4-2, welcoming Indianapolis in before there's a Thursday night game against Minnesota, and then they visit Tennessee. Winnable games on the schedule, sir. Winnable games on the schedule. I'm not going to sit here and saying that Chargering is back and the Bolts will miss the playoffs. How dare you even say that about Jim Harbaugh and our neighbor down the road here from the Rich Eisen Show studio? How dare you? Okay. Topic. What is this now? Topic number 6 we have here.
Let's see. Yeah, topic 6. Topic 6.
Monday?
We are halfway home.
Okay.
We are halfway home.
Well, topic number 6 here on our Overreaction Monday show.
Yes.
As we are moving forward. We're matriculating.
We're matriculating down.
Okay.
The Bengals need to trade for Russell Wilson to have any hope to keep this season alive.
How about this? You're trading for the wrong Giants quarterback.
I agree with you, but I don't think Jameis is available.
Jameis is available for the right price.
You think so?
Oh.
I think the Giants would rather unload Russ.
They might, but if you call them up and say, we'll offer you a 3 for Jameis, a 4 might even do it.
That's fine. They need to take one of these Giants quarterbacks because your boy Jake Browning is not working.
On our first ESPN2 show, you're making me sit here and say what I'm going to say later on the flagship show, and it's kind of wild that this may be airing on ESPN2 after somebody sees what I'm saying now for the first time on Disney Plus, ESPN app everywhere, or ESPN Radio, which is where we air our flagship every day from 12 to 3 Eastern. That my Jake Browning is going to be just fine and the Bengals are going to be just fine take. It's not good. It's not good. And it looks worse every single week. And the
every throw, maybe.
The patience is running thin, and rightfully so. The 2-0 start, hey, we're starting great. Burrow goes down. You'd think Browning would make them at least 3-2.
Yeah.
But I mean, tough opponents that they have faced, with all due respect, at Minnesota, at Denver, and then home for Detroit, and it's not going to get any easier at Green Bay. So, Browning's going to get that start. But flipping a pick for Jameis Winston might be the way to go, because Kirk Cousins costs more money, not just this year, but there's money that they would owe him for next year as well.
Right.
And if there's anything Mike Brown would be off-brand in doing, is spending money for somebody this year that he owes money next year without any intention of playing him next year. So I think Jameis is the guy for the Cincinnati Bengals if you had to choose any Giant quarterback. What else you got over there?
I'm down with that. I'm down with that, Rich. I think this guy, man, is he awesome or what? He's one of your sons, Rich. And I think he's actually probably the MVP right now through 5 weeks. But Baker Mayfield will finish no lower than 3rd in the MVP this season.
I don't think that's an overreaction, dude.
He is balling. What a performance in Seattle on Sunday.
That was a great game, wasn't it?
Great game.
And Sam Darnold lit it up.
Sam Darnold was balling too.
He was, and then unfortunately his last ball that he threw went off of a helmet right to Levante David, who made a great play. Yep. Baker Mayfield, by the way, this was his first win without Mike Evans.
Ever.
When Mike Evans was hurt, they were 0-4, including last week. Since joining Tampa Bay. And Mayfield, 29 for 33 for 379 yards and 2 scores. Unbelievable. He is the 3rd player in league history with 375 or more passing yards and fewer than 5 incompletions in a game, including the playoffs. And the only others are Kurt Warner and Peyton Manning. And this is pretty neat statistic as well. It's his 14th game as a Buccaneer with 2 or more passing touchdowns and no interceptions. That's the 4th most in the NFL since he joined the Buccaneers. And the only person who has more such games in Bucs franchise history is Tom Brady. And the 14 games as he had as a Buccaneer with the 2 touches and 0 picks, he had only 15 such games before joining the Bucs in 5 seasons.
Wow.
So he is making the most of his opportunity and playing as well as he's ever played. And he's playing better than most quarterbacks in the National Football League. And here's the other one, too, is he's got the clutch gene, to use a phrase that you used prior to us taping about what Aaron Judge does not have. How dare you? There's the Buccaneers are the first team ever to win 4 of their first 5 games by 3 or fewer points. He wins and he wins tied games. And Emeka Buka,
superstar,
appears to be the offensive rookie of the year, unless somebody goes nuts and he somehow falls off the planet. So.
And Godwin is back in the mix. They did this without Bucky Irving, who's obviously a superstar.
And Evans will come back, and Bucky Irving will come back.
Yep.
And the Bucs are set up at 4-1. And just to bring this kind of full circle here, they lost to the team that I think they still have to beat to win the NFC.
Yeah.
And they might have to go to Philadelphia in the playoffs to do that now, because they lost to Philly as their one loss this year.
That's true.
So,
but I don't have any doubt that they can stand there toe-to-toe and beat them.
The funny thing is if they go to Philadelphia in the playoffs and beat Philly, we could both be right about the first topic. It's like, you're right. The Philadelphia Eagles are not the team to beat in the NFC because they're not winning the NFC again. And I could go ahead and say, if the Bucs win the NFC, well, they beat the team you had to beat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we both could be right on that one. But right now, that's still an overreaction, and this is proper. I'm with you on this one.
I'm so happy for Baker.
Me too.
He is the man.
He's one of our favorites.
He's absolutely the man.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want to go back to Thursday for a second. That stunning 49er win on the road, a depleted roster against a Rams squad, whose house. Kyle Shanahan is Coach of the Year frontrunner right now.
Oh, I agree with you right there. Look at you. I can't.
I gotta like squint my eye.
I can't. I know. I just had to take out my glasses and see if you're, because you are the.
I can't. Did I really write that?
Aren't you the founder and president of the Kyle Shanahan constantly hits his head on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Non-fan club?
Not non-fan club.
Aren't you?
I might be the only member, but I'm. I have meetings every Wednesday night.
3-0 with Mac Jones. Winning shorthanded. Having 2 wins in the division on the road already at Seattle, at the Rams.
Massive.
Okay.
How are they doing it?
They've already beaten Arizona. They're undefeated in division. They lost to Jacksonville, which, isn't might prove to be understandable, A, and B, a non-conference loss. So that's kind of like
a big deal.
That's as empty a calorie as a loss can have for an NFC team, is to lose to an AFC South team.
Nick Bosa's out. They lost a lot of defensive guys in free agency.
Keeps happening. And Robert Saleh, great hire. Bring him back.
Yep.
Let's get it going. And honestly, if they parted on poor terms, Saleh wouldn't be back.
Exactly.
So Shanahan clearly is not I'll just say it. He's clearly not a dick. I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Like, it works. It works for him.
I mean, he's called such great games with Mac Jones. It's really impressive, and I'm happy for Mac.
Right.
He didn't deserve the way it ended in New England.
He's done it. He did it with Sam Darnold, although that was just a brief cup of coffee, right?
Yeah. Well, he's done it with the
Brock,
last pick
done
in
it
the
with
draft.
Jimmy G. He's done it with, it just didn't happen with Trey Lance. It's kind of crazy.
But
it doesn't matter anymore. And I'll say this, because I'll say it on the flagship show later on, as San Francisco welcomes in Atlanta on Sunday Night Football. They're at Tampa next. Look out.
Yeah, huge game.
Okay. And then comes that game home for Atlanta, where obviously that's where I think the Shanahan keeps hitting his head on the ceiling. Non-fan club started. Because again, Sarah Tiana in your household
was at the Super Bowl.
And I'm sure she's is she a charter member or she's a co-founder of that fan club?
I think co-founder. Yeah, co-founder.
Non-fan club. My bad. So I'll say this: you could say the team that had the best Sunday or the best Week 5 in the NFL was San Francisco. Winning in Los Angeles on a short week with a battered team. Nobody expected it.
Nobody.
And the rest of the NFC West lost on Sunday. They are
in crazy fashion, too.
Dude, they are 4-1. They sat back and they watched Seattle eat it at the end at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they watched Arizona eat it at home against the Titans with their first win coming up. First win in a massive comeback.
We're not going to talk about that here, but
so the Niners,
I can't believe that game.
Niners with a big Week 5, just absolutely monster big Week 5, and now that's 4-1 versus 4-1. Niners at Tampa. What a huge Week 6 game that is! Can't wait to see that one.
It's gonna be fun.
What else you got over there?
2 more, Rich. Let's finish up. Let's go to London. Let's go across the pond.
Yes.
Carson Wentz is playing well, man, and he's won a couple games with Minnesota.
Register. Don't even go there.
And I
Sit
think
him down. He's not the future.
I think that Wentz should start the rest of the year for the Vikings.
Out of here. They've gotta get started with JJ McCarthy.
Unless he's not there.
End of story.
He's had 8 quarters of football and has looked pretty bad for 7 of them.
Because he's starting for the first time.
What do we
How
say
did
all
Drake
the time
May
about
look in the first 2 weeks of his career, Chris?
But everyone said rookie quarterbacks, maybe sit them. Maybe they should sit and learn for a while. He wasn't there last year. Look, he was hurt. He wasn't on the sideline at games.
He was there, and he was in meetings, Chris. They
come on.
They are not.
Who do you think Justin Jefferson wants at receiver at quarterback right now?
Who knows? He might sit here and think JJ.
He's getting 1 billion targets with Wentz. He wasn't getting hardly any with McCarthy.
I got it. I understand. And when you're starting off, it's going to look bad, but you've got to go through it. That's the issue here, is that if you've got a team that's ready to win it all, then don't go ahead and draft a young quarterback sitting there, 10th overall. Don't move up a spot and go get him. Just don't do it. If you think you're ready to win right now, then don't do it, because you have to put the kid in to see if he's real or not. That's it. And you got to keep going. And if anybody knows that, it's Kevin O'Connell. And if there's anybody that you can trust to bring someone along, it's him. Carson Wentz is not the answer. He isn't.
No, but he could
He's
be
not
the answer for this season.
Answer.
No, of course not. No one's saying that he
keep
is.
doing it. And at some point, then next year, you're going to bring J.J. McCarthy in, and you only have 2 years to figure out whether he's the real thing or not before you have to pick up a fifth-year option. You got to go ahead and do it. And he's going to come off a bye, and let's see what it looks like. And you're home for listen. And I am sure Carson Wentz wants to play against the Eagles. I'm sure. And maybe, just maybe he goes ahead, Kevin O'Connell, and does that. But just to tell Wentz, thanks for the 3 weeks. Here's your revenge game, and then start McCarthy against his former head coach. I mean, and then he's got to go to Detroit, where McCarthy obviously is a folk hero. I don't know, dude, but at some point you got to put the kid in and see what you have. And I think they feel what they have is a winner. That I know. And I would say this about anybody, and this is not a Michigan thing. It just is not. So this is an overreaction. And a predictable one from you, I might add as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what else you got? Finish up strong.
Last one, finish strong, finish not strong for the teams who play at MetLife. Both the Giants and the Jets will be picking in the top 5 next April.
I don't think that's an overreaction. I mean,
what is going on?
Dude, the New York football is 1-9. 1-9. And again.
Well, they're 4-1. New York football's 4-1.
Oh, I got you. New Jersey football is 1-9.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just accuracy.
Look at you.
Just want to be accurate.
Yeah, New York. I thought you'd say New York football could have been 5-0, but was not.
I mean, could have been 5-0
because you're back and winning the AFC New England Patriots.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, well, the Jets are definitely going to pick at the top 5 next April. I mean, they're 0-5. Now they're just 0-5. They're the first 0-5 team without a single takeaway.
Oh,
they haven't taken the ball away. They have 0 takeaways.
What's up with Sauce Gardner?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you could pin it on him. I mean, it's a team game.
I get it. He's just not
Quincy
making any
Williams
plays.
is out. Their brains of not brains. Well, I mean, part of the brains, but their heartbeat in the middle of that defense is out.
Yeah.
He's been out since week 2. So that isn't good. Pardon me. Week 3, he's been out since then. He's on IR.
The players are there, man. Garrett Wilson's balling. Mason Taylor looks like he's got something.
Agree. Brees Hall's there.
Is there. Your lineman that you drafted looks awesome.
It's just all off right now, and I'm not blaming Aaron Glenn for a damn thing. It's just again, Aaron Glenn's halfway to the 0-10-1 start that Dan Campbell had. So yeah, and then the Giants again. This is my warning to you: when you've got a young team. And they had a big major win against the Chargers at home. It's not the same as going to Buffalo and winning in the AFC East. I understand that.
But that was a huge win last week.
Exactly. And then the next week, they turn it over on 5 straight possessions.
Oh, it was brutal. 5
possessions in a row, they turned it over. When you got a young team, a rookie quarterback, and a rookie running back. You have a second-year quarterback in New England, a rookie running back, along with Ramondre Stevenson, who's fumbling like a rookie, although he did score twice after fumbling once. Again, I just counsel when you're a young team, you're going to go up and down. And the Giants, again, now face the Eagles on a short week at home. Could they win that game and just turn around and not turn the ball over?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I know.
Jackson Dart has got some juice, man. That dude can run with his legs. He can make plays off script. He's got a big arm. It's really a bummer that Malik Neighbors is out, but he's kind of got something. All of his touchdown passes have gone to Theo Johnson, so they obviously have a connection, but it's not looking good.
He became the 4th quarterback in the Super Bowl era to rush for 50 or more yards in each of the first 2 career starts. The others are named Randall Cunningham, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts.
I mean, good company.
Well, so he does have some running ability, but when he ran it yesterday, he just dropped the football.
Yeah.
These are rookie things that are going to happen. And the Giants are the first. This is a perfect way to end it. This stat for you.
Oh.
Certainly with this topic. Giants are the first team to commit a turnover on 5 consecutive possessions in a game since Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 5 straight interceptions for the Jets in a Week 3 loss at Kansas City in 2016. Wow. So just to bring it all full circle, that the Giants and the Jets are not taking anybody's mind off of the Yankees being down 0-2 as of this taping in the divisional series, or the Mets missing the playoffs entirely.
Yeah.
Nick's season can't start fast enough.
Right.
That'll wrap it up for this edition of Overreaction Monday. Good job, Christopher.
Good stuff, Rich.
We'll be on the air every single day, 12 to 3 Eastern on Disney Plus, the ESPN app, which gets you everything ESPN everywhere. ESPN Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 80, our podcast, all 3 hours can be taken in that way as well. No Contest Wrestling, the Jim Jackson Show, or other Rich Eisen production podcasts that are ready for you to listen to or watch on our YouTube feed, youtube.com/Rich Eisen Show. Hit us with a follow. Maybe you'll be the millionth such subscriber.
Can we figure out who exactly that is and like send them a mug or something?
We can absolutely do that.
Fantastic.
Or at least say that we will and then don't. For Chris, I'm Rich. Thanks for taking in this edition of Overreaction Monday. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.